Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, polo liners around the world for the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. AM Polo versus El Basha. Last of their qualification stages. AM had a win, and they're looking good still early on with a big drive from the number 4. Thomas Williams. Benka Okiza, apologies. So they'll knock it in. AM Polo pick it up pretty quick though. Alia runs back onto the line and the whistle blows. Alia Al Maktoum riding Cascabel. We'll quickly go through the team players for AM Polo. Alia, Her Royal Highness Alia Al Maktoum at 1. At number 2, Siro Uturi. Pali Okiza at 3. Benha Okiza at 4. And then Al Basha with the ball at the moment. They've got Hani Jabshe up at the front. He doesn't quite get that one. And Okiza Benka, the big man at the back, turns it for AM Polo. Has a look to see who he's got to pass to. Drives a massive shot right up toward his brother Pali. Pali gets ridden out of it though. And El Basha take it out to the side. El Basha have Federico Pereira Iriaola of 2 goals. Haiti Ricardo Garros of 6 goals with a black helmet. And Thomas Williams at the back with the grey helmet. Federico came onto that one. Looked like there was an AM player coming down the line behind him. So very evenly matched so far. AM Polo will take a hit from the spot just inside the halfway line, or just outside the halfway line, I should say. The 4 players stay together as they listen to the commands from Benka Okiza. Still, they stay quite close, the 3 players in blue. Before Alia heading up toward the front, and then it's one shot right down through the pack, through the middle, but there are no blue shirts there at the moment to pick it up. The defense is good from El Basha. Backhand only as far though as Benka Okiza. Benka turning this one for AM Polo, heading toward the goal. Followed up well by Ciro. Ciro now having a go at it, taking it toward the goal, just pushed out to the left. Some great shots from Benka Okiza. Had his eye in the other day in his first qualification game. Scored some marvelous shots, both field goals and penalties. Anyway, from the back line, El Basha and Thomas Williams, the number 4, brings it in for El Basha in white. Hits it up to the front. IT Garros picks it up, just gets stopped in his tracks there. No whistle, and it's able to be turned for AM Polo, and Ciro turns it, loses it though. Picks it back up though, Ciro. Then drives one up high. No one there to pick it up yet for AM Polo. Kola, tail is called. That's a good backhand as well. From El Basha up to Thomas Williams. 2 blue shirts, one either side of him. They managed to steal the ball and head back toward the goal here. Nice little pass up to the front. Nobody's marking. Ciro up at the front. He tucks it under the neck, puts a little bit too much angle on that, and it goes out to the left. The whistle blows as we're halfway through the first chukka. AM Polo putting on the attack. The defense is good from El Basha. Neither team have managed to score. Thomas Williams was riding a horse called Elsa. He'll hop on to a horse called Piki now. Aiti Garros will hop on a horse called Gary. So all four players back on the field, and Thomas Williams will take it for El Basha. They need a win. Having been beaten in their first game, they do need a win to stay in contention of this Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. Williams hits a good shot, trying to find Ati up at the front. Doesn't find him though, and a backhand comes in from Ukiza. Alia Al Maktoum gets ridden out though by Ati, who then opens up a backhand himself. Coming on and playing the backhand. Both teams have their sticks in the air here. And the umpires will discuss this one. Of course, they've got the third man, Santi Torregata, to talk to if they need. So there were two blue shirts coming down. Yeah, one blue from either side. So it was 2-on-1 against the blue. And so they'll move it up to a 60. Having defended well, El Basha, now they're in attack and they have a 60-yard penalty. Aiti Garros riding a horse called Gary. Hits that one not too well. It's going out to the left. El Basha unable to keep it in. So the scores remain 0-0. However, AM started with the half a goal as El Basha are playing with a 13-goal team. So actually, AM Polo are leading by half. However, no goals on the board. Yeah, that was a good pass there up to Ward Urquiza. It was a pass from Benka up to his brother Pali. Pali now running with it, gets it stolen on the near side there, but following it up here nicely, picked up in the air is Ciro. Ciro Uturi heading toward the goal, opens up for a shot, and it will be a wonderful team goal for AM Polo, and through it goes. First blood for AM, and that'll take them 1.5-0. Benka started it, drove up a huge shot up to Pali. Pali took it forward, and then Ciro finished it off. 1.5-0 now. Alia Al Maktoum lining in at number 1 on Infinita. Ball goes out the back though to Benka. Urquiza. He loses it. Oh, picks it back up on the near side. Benka. Urquiza. Drives the ball forward right in front of the goal. Running onto it is Alia. Alia gets the ball as well. Can she keep it in play? It's still in just about. And being turned now by El Basha. Under the neck shot, out to Thomas Williams. He'll check up. He's got Federico in front of him. Still got hold of it. Thomas, as he takes it a little bit further, Aiti Garros will come in behind him for support. Aiti now sneaks around past the man there, but they're still under a lot of pressure here from Pali. Aiti gets round him and plays a shot into the middle. Riding onto it here is Alia Al Maktoum. Doesn't manage to get onto the line, and it's been picked up pretty well by El Basher up at the front. Federico can't straighten things up. AM Polo in defense managed to slow it down with Benka Okiza. Brings it across to the left-hand side now. Benka. Pali running for the pass. The drive comes up toward the front. Ciro is there. So is Alia on Infinita. But turning it round very well, very quickly here. For El Basha is Thomas Williams. Working hard somehow. Still managing to get past one man. Not getting past the next one. Backhand comes in from Urquiza. Now the big shot from Ciro up to Alia Maktoum on Infinita, but doesn't manage to get away with it. The whistle blows and the ball is dropped down. Oh, it's Chukka, so we didn't hear the bell, but that was the end of the Chukka. So we'll end Chukka number one with AM leading. Just the one goal, that Chukka. They started with half. They got the one goal. So AM and Chukka number one, 1.5 goals to 0. We'll be back in just a minute on Polo Line TV for the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. Solari waiting now. Kian fills in behind him. But he's had it stolen, his pocket picked by the 7-goaler, Teo Lecao. Somehow he still gets it, rolls his wrist and picks it up in the air. He's all of those 7 goals, this guy. He's showing his class. He's come alive in this Chukka number 2. Heading towards the goal with just 40 seconds left. Oh, he's over the top of it. Followed up well though by Bounty. Near side, under the neck. Wow, and Luna well and truly back in this game. 3.5 goals to 3.
Navigate winds of change in the investment markets. Make the most of the opportunities. Century Financial. You are independent, but never alone.
So welcome back here for Chukka number 2, AM Polo versus El Basha. 1.5 goals to 0 at the moment. AM Polo lead. El Basha have been playing very well, not managing to link up enough, but some superb teamwork led to that goal for AM Polo. Teamwork makes the dream work, as we always say. Here we go then, back into play for Chukka number 2. El Basha working back in defense with Federico. He opens up a nice backhand, turning onto it though. Well, everybody's turning onto it at the moment. And Okiza comes away with it. Goes over to the near side to try and straighten things up. Near side again, nice play. Don't think he's got quite enough angle on that. And it goes out over the right. So, Thomas Williams, the number 4 for El Basha, bring it in. IT Garros waiting quite close by. Thomas can't find a man to hit to, so he goes himself. Coming hard and fast is Al Maktoum riding Asconagua, that beautiful grey horse we saw play so well the other day. Nice turn here from Pali Urquiza. Under a lot of pressure though from the white shirts, but he's able to leave the ball to his bro to play it up forward, and then in turn he takes one shot up toward the people at the front, but nobody managing to get on the end of these passes at the moment. Still early on in the second chukka, neither team really managing to link up. Possession of the ball is changing hands all the time. They need just to hold on to possession for a little bit longer. That was a nice drive up the forward though, up to the front. Good defense from El Basha with Thomas Williams playing a good backhand. Picking it up though is Urquiza, Benka Urquiza, turning around the outside, getting it stolen from him as well. And Atigaras over to the near side with the silky skills, turns it all the way around. They're asking for the pass up at the front. He's managed to beat his man, Garros here. Then he drives one out to the right to Federico Iraola. He can't hold on to it though. And Urquiza, Benka Urquiza manages to turn it round for AM Polo. Benka just slipped it away from the man there as he nearly runs into the umpire. And now he drives the ball up forward. Benka up to the front for his for Ciro was there. And it looked like Thomas Williams, I think it was, who might have just cut in front of Ciro, one of the El Basha teams. So teamwork working well here for AM. Still neither team managing to hold on to their possession for very long. And a careless foul has given AM Polo another chance, this time from the penalty spot. Taken quickly, and through it goes. AM Polo from the walk, put it through, taking them now 2.5 goals. With El Basha yet to get off the mark. However, in our last game, took UAE a bit of time to get off the mark, and then they flew through the rest of the game, so lots of polo to be played. Alia Maktoum on Asconagua. Ball goes through the line out, but the whistle blows in favour of AM. They're marching this one up to the penalty spot. El Basha have to stop these fouls. Time it will be a 60-yard penalty, but all the players decide now is the time they'll change halfway through chukka number 2. We'll start again with a 60-yard penalty. So we'll have a look here at the top scorers of the tournament so far. Luquin Monteverde now has stretched into the lead. He scored 8 goals in his first 2 games. Javier Guerrero on 7. Juan Guerrero also 7. And so is Bautista Bejo and Benjamin Urquiza. They've all scored 7. So Benjamin with a chance in this game to become the top scorer. He's just one behind Luquin. So from the penalty spot, 60-yard penalty, and Pali Okiza will take it. Well, it's not a big one. It's been stopped there by Federico, and he's taking it back out to the right for El Basha. Good, lucky escape, or well blocked by El Basha. He'll leave it there now. And brought a little bit further forward from El Basha, but they're not finding the passes or holding on to the possession. As soon as they get it, AM seems to be all over them, and they quickly get the ball back. Anyway, back into possession here is Federico. See what he can do this time. He's got Thomas Williams on his left. He plays the pass up to Haiti. Under the next shot from Haiti, up to the front to Hani. Hani doesn't get it, but it's followed up well by Thomas Williams. This is looking a little bit better here for El Basha. They seem to have changed around a little bit. Haiti dropping further toward the back. Thomas Williams heading up toward the front. They did probably need to change something, and this is good. Haiti Garris puts it right in front of Alia Al Maktoum. She does well, riding a horse called Kit Kat to save a goal there. Then the backhand comes in. The whistle blows on the play inside the 30-yard line. Alia Maktoum coming in on Kit Kat there to save it with that shot. And a couple of players came back onto it, and the umpires blew. We are waiting to see which way they've blown. They've gone to the third man here. Difficult decision in front of the goal. Do follow us on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook, and you can watch all of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation games there, plus the highlights and the interviews. So we've gone to the third man here and to the VAR, watching the videos. We've got the benefit here, filmed by Polo Line. We can watch the replays, and if the umpires didn't quite see or can't decide, they can go to the third man where they have an expert up here watching the game, and with the benefit of the instant replays. So that play with El Basha looking good. They seem to have changed their setup a little bit, certainly in that play where Haiti Garros was sitting back and making the passes forward, and Thomas Williams making the runs up at the front. It was a great shot up to the front. Running back fast on Kit Kat was Alia Al Maktoum. She took one out to the right. The blue then perhaps had the line, and the possibility El Basha crossed in front of the AM Polo, which was a good defense because it was a great attack from El Basha. Thomas Williams just changing horse. Okay, so AM Polo, well defended by AM Polo. They've got the penalty from the spot. Benka takes it, launches it left to his bro Pali. Pali stops, turns it inside. Benka's gone forward for the pass now. That's not going to reach him though. It's running hard onto the line. It's Federico. Federico does well to take the man and take the ball. Turns away from the man as well and heads on. Looking better here for El Basha, followed up by Thomas Williams, but he's going himself, Federico. He's got a quick horse here. He might be able to keep this in with an open backhand. Not quite. Good attack there from Federico. Well done to the El Basha team for opening up and giving him space. He's on a super fast horse, Federico, but not managing to bring it in toward the goal. It goes out just to the left-hand side. So Benka Urquiza will bring this one in for AM Polo. Under the next shot attempt is not a good one. He's had it stolen pretty quick here from Haiti. Haiti working hard on the ball, but not managing to make the most of that. It was a good chance. Ciro now, or Turi, on the far side. Ciro being hooked out by Haiti. Backhand coming in from Federico. Is anybody there? No, he gets a deflection. And, oh, a big swing and a miss there from Pali. He's managed to turn back onto it, though. And his brother, Benka, comes in behind. He's able to leave the ball there for Benka. He hits a shot back to Pali. This is where AM are so good, especially these two brothers play so well together. Look how now Benka's gone forward from the pass, and Pali puts it up there. Alia Al Maktoum is there as well. Hani on the near side gets it, but it gets a deflection. Alia Al Maktoum still there, putting on pressure. Hani gets the defense. He saves a goal, does well, but in the process he is forced to put it over his back line. The whistle blows because that is a corner, a safety 60. Good defense there. Alia Al Maktoum on Kit Kat, putting a lot of pressure on up at the front. Hani Jabshe does enough, but has to push it over his back line. So it's a 60-yard penalty for AM Polo. Here in the Century Financial Federation Cup. Benka hits that one hard along the floor. It's been stopped right in front of the goal. Is it a white shirt or a blue? It's the white shirt who have control with Thomas Williams. Thomas drives one down the guts of the field, and running onto it is Federico. He's having a good game, Federico, but doesn't manage to pick up that one. Benka does. Urquiza plays a backhand. It's not very big. Federico plays a big backhand. Running onto it now is Thomas Williams. He's on a quick horse, this little black one, but he had to go over to the near side to play that, as Benka Urquiza had the right of way. He was there first. Williams thought he had a chance, but he had to play it on the near side, I imagine. Can only speculate from here, but the umpires blew the whistle. AM Polo gathering around, ready to take it. Play, says the umpire. Look how the AM Polo all start off together. They make their plan. El Basha cannot mark up until they get within 30 yards. Now they can start to pick up the men as the AM Polo team start to make the run. It's going to be one time down the ground. It's along the floor, and it's been stopped early on here by Haiti Garros, who spun that horse round and picked up the ball, taking it out to the left-hand side. Haiti now hasn't got anyone to pass to just yet, but there goes Federico running around the front. He's got past this man as well, Federico, but on a quick horse is Urquiza. Federico doesn't manage to pick up the half swing, and Benka gets a good backhand for AM Polo. Who's going to be first onto the line here? Looks like it's all just slipping a little bit and picking up the ball. Oh, nicely done there by Urquiza to pick up that ball and take it back on the inside. He's got his pro behind him, so he'll just leave it there for Benka. Benka brings it forward a little bit more. Pali's gone forward, but Benka's got a bit of time, so he'll happily take it a little bit further. That's the hooter. 30 seconds left of this first half as Benka's got possession of the ball. He's going to try and run it in with an under the next shot. Doesn't get the angle, but that's the hooter, and the second bell has gone. So the whistle blows and the chukker ends, and the first half ends with not many goals this game. El Basha still yet to get off the mark after the first two chukkers. AM Polo, well, they started with half a goal start, and they've scored only 2 goals in the first 2 chukkers. So will end Chuck at number 2. Still, this game is wide open, but AM Polo leading 2.5 goals to El Basha's 0.
I'm very happy. It has changed a lot. I mean, a lot of new players. Everybody is younger than me now, so that's a change, big change. Lots of new houses, new buildings, new fields, new patrons. I mean, amazing, really, really cool. It's moving forward every day. It's nice, actually. I enjoyed a lot last year being outside of, just in the high wall, helping outside, like being on the other side of the boards. It was really cool, really nice to watch everything from the outside. I'm playing also now with the guys, all the medium, well, and every polo. Every time I can fit in, they fit me in to play with them, and it's really good. Especially to play with the young guys, and they really enjoy playing with. I mean, just every opportunity they have to play, they like to play tournaments or practice or whatever. So it's good. Happy to be here. They're both very passionate. Both, like, they love the game, they love the sport. It was hard for us because they play quite similar, so we put one at the back and one at number 1 today, so they're not racing each other because they compete between them, and that makes them better as well, I think. But they're young, they're strong. I mean, they're passionate, so yeah, no, it's good to play with them. Very nice to play with them. Yeah, well, it's always hard to play against Vidrai. They're a really good organization, good team. I mean, they're tough. These guys, they don't like losing at all, none of them. So they always have different strategies to try to win, and yeah, it's a good win. We are very happy over the move, very, very grateful.
Investment opportunities in every direction. Trained eyes will help spot the right ones. Century Financial. You are independent, but never alone.
So, welcome back, everybody here at the ground. We've got a nice crowd on the far side. Thank you very much for coming and watching this one here on the beautiful Field 2 Polo, Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. So, just 2 goals in the first half, both of them going to AM Polo. It's a low-scoring game. It's a football score. But let's see if it opens up a little bit. The defense is strong. AM Polo, of course, with some incredible horsepower and some fantastic teamwork. Benja and Pali Okiza. El Basha, full of young stars as well. Federico Iraola having a superb game. Haiti Garros has got phenomenal skills. And Thomas Williams controlling things from the back. They've changed things up a little bit, the way they play. Thomas Williams now in the line out at number 3. Haiti Garros at the back. And the Haiti, he thought he'd pick that one up, but he didn't. Coming back onto it was Thomas Williams, but whistle goes. So a little bit hasty, out of the line out there, El Basha. A little bit rough. So penalty 60-yard penalty for AM. Benka Urquiza this time hits it strong and hard and straight and extends their lead now. 3.5 goals to 0. AM Polo. Still half a game of polo left to play. Basha winning this line out though. Thomas Williams is able to leave that one for Aiti. Aiti Garros takes it a little further forwards. Thomas Williams blocking for him. Nice play. This is good here. Aiti Garros. They're going to use, looks like they're going to try and use his skills, hand-eye coordination to try and weave through the pack. He's managed to beat both men. It's pretty good. He's difficult to stop when he gets going like this. Coming in for the meet. He's run it right the way through and put it through. Aiti Garros with those silky skills we were talking about. Incredible hand-eye coordination. The team working well there to block him, giving him the chance. Perhaps they've had a chat at half-time and they decided to use this a little bit more. We shall see. Let's see what AM's answer is to that goal. Aiti Garros again sitting out of the line-out. Flick backhand comes through the line-out, but first onto it is Urquiza, Benka. Couple of taps forward. Federico is trying to push him. Look how Pali Urquiza is blocking for him and letting him get through there, but the whistle does go. He does manage to get through the pack, but nevertheless, it looked like, yeah, there's a couple of El Basha guys coming in for the play, crossing over in front of each other. And so another hit from the penalty. Just as El Basha start picking things up, they give away a foul. And this is going to go in favor of AM and up to the 40-yard penalty line, I think. From the 40 there, Benka is plucked out of the air, but not quite defended enough for Aiti Garros. Another display of how good his hand-eye coordination is. But got through the goal, so it'll take him up again from the penalty spot. AM Polo now leading 4.5 goals to 1. Still time enough for El Basha. They do have to gel well as a team. They've changed up their tactics a little bit, and Aiti Garros seems to be getting more of the ball, which seems to be helping. He's made a little flick back pass to that one and turning onto it well is Federico. He comes now, he's got Benka to beat. It's going to be very difficult as Benka pushes him out toward the side, and Pali comes over and cuts a nice shot across the front of his own goal, right deep into the 30. Followed up by his bro supporting him. They support each other so well, those two. Benka now tapping it around the outside. He's on a quick horse and he knows it. He's got Alia Al Maktoum running at the front on a horse called Red. If he can get it to her, it'd be great. That's a good pass up to Alia Maktoum on this big light-coloured horse called Red. Alia Al Maktoum cuts one in toward the goal. She's not going to get back onto this one. Massive ride-off coming in there and taking out Benka, leaving the ball for Thomas Williams, able to turn it. Good defense again by El Basha. Lovely polo from both teams. El Basha now back on the attack, on the counter-attack, bringing that one in with Thomas Williams. Aiti Garros, instead of going for the pass, decides to tuck in behind. Now he's going up forward for the pass. Thomas Williams gets one more tap onto it. He's had to go over to the near side, which means Aiti Garros comes in behind. Williams manages to take it quite far, then put one into the middle. Now they're running hard and fast onto it. The backhand comes in from Federico, and well, turning onto it was Pali Urquiza. And he crossed in front of El Basha in the process. Nice little backhand there from Ciro. And Pally went to pick it up, but there was a man coming right down the line. They're going to change horse now, and El Basha will have a penalty. The game is getting better and better each chukka. But horsepower will make such a difference in all these games. Horsepower is so important. Let's see what El Basha have. We know AM are very well mounted. So we'll start off with a 30-yard penalty in favor of El Basha. And they need this one to get back in the game. Aiti Garros walks up to that and slots it through, which is just what they needed. We've got 3 minutes left of chukka number 3, and there's 2.5 goals in it. 4.5 to 2 for AM. So the next goal is an important one. If El Basha can get it, they'll be well back into this game. AM, though, winning the line out with Okiza. Benka taps it forward a couple of times, found a bit of space, bouncing ball, picks it up 2 meters in the air, but doesn't manage to hold on. The backhand coming in from Aiti Garros. Nobody there to pick it up apart from Benka. He'll turn it back toward the goal and then drive one right across the front of the goal. No, just out to the left. Just a little bit too much angle. So, El Basha with a chance to regroup. And Thomas Williams from the back this time. Aiti on his left. Hani has gone long on the left. But they need to find space. It doesn't look like he's got many options to pass to. Aiti Garros now tucking in behind. You can see the defense is good. Hani is there up at the front waiting for the pass if they can get it to him. Now that shot drove straight into Pali Urquiza, and the whistle blew. It was a dangerous... It was either a dangerous shot or a dangerous play for riding into the shot. So when a horse gets hit with a ball or a person and there's some danger in it, the umpires have to work out whether it was the guy hitting the ball who made a dangerous shot or if it was the guy crossing in front of the shot who made a dangerous play, putting themselves and the horse at risk. Anyway, it's a foul against the hitter. And so, having started a bit of a comeback, El Basha now concede a penalty, and Benka Okiza, the number 4 for AM, will take it. He's hit that one hard along the ground, stopped in the middle by his bro. He's lost it though. Ciro controls it, then leaves it for Benka, who slots it in from a walk and extends their lead. That's not what El Basha needed. Up to 5.5 goals now. AM against El Basha's 2. They lost their first game, so El Basha need to win this one to stay in the tournament. A win for AM will give them a pass through to the semi-finals with UAE Polo, who've already qualified. We saw a foul in the line out there. It'll be a big day next Sunday for the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup final, where we've had record number of teams, 9 teams in this tournament. Shows the strength of polo in the UAE. Well, whatever happened in that line out, it looks like they're going to re-throw the line out and take it again. So, El Basha, what can they do? They really need to sort things out here, get a goal or two quickly. They have 44 seconds left of the third chukka. This will be an important one. If they can get a goal at the end here, it will put them in good stead to make it come back in the last. Ball pops out in favour of Okiza. Pali plays the near side backhand, but it's only gone as far as Aiti Garros. Let's see if they can do what they did before, block for him and let him weave his way through. I think that might be what they're trying here. Aiti Garros using his skills. He's on a quick course. He's run past 2 men already. Now he's got past the third. He picks up that ball. Big ride-off coming in. Somehow Aiti manages to pick it up, though, and head it toward the goal. Just a little bit too much angle. That was the plan, though. It seems they've made the plan. Let's block and let this guy do his thing. And he did it well, but the defense was just good enough to force Aiti out to the left. With 2 seconds, they won't get the next hit, and so that will be the end of the chukka. El Basha with a lot of work to do in the last. AM winning 5.5 goals to 2. We've got one more chukka left to go of the day here at the Century Financial Polo Federation Cup 2025.
Make sense of market noise. Tune in to right market opportunities. Century Financial. You are independent, but never alone. Just like weather, markets are unpredictable. Be ready to take on all market conditions. Century Financial. You are independent, but never alone.
Welcome back, polo liners around the world and polo fans here at Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. El Basha with some work to do in this last chukka. AM are winning 5.5 goals to 2 with some great team play from the AM Polo team. That was Ciro Uturi. He drives a shot up forward. Alia Al Maktoum doesn't get hold of it. The stick gets caught up. But they play on, and here comes El Basha, 2-on-1, with Ciro the only one back in defence. And he manages to get it with a 90-degree open back shot, followed up there by Okiza. Now coming through, oh, the blue shirts came through, and it looked like potentially Aiti Garros had the line. So El Basha with a very good chance here, if they get the penalty. The defense of AM has been so good. El Basha, they haven't managed to find their men. But anyway, the penalty goes in favor of blue. AM. So El Basha need to get possession back, need to get a goal or two quick. 5.5 to 2. Nice pass from one Okiza to the next. Pali, he's got his big bro behind him. Doesn't use him though this time. Takes it forward himself. Cyril picks it up and heads it back up to Alia Al Maktoum. She comes in, tries to steal it on the near side. Manages to get a couple of touches before the backhand comes in, but still they push on forward with Cyril. Cyril plays an under the neck shot, but big whistle on the play. And so they'll march this one back up to at least the halfway line. And, well, El Basha will need to have a chat and work out a good plan here to get a goal and start their comeback. Because they need 4 goals. They need 4 goals in just over 5.5 minutes. It's doable. But they need to play it well. Williams takes it in. Oh, and coming in defense there was Pali, but Williams had the line. He ran through and took the line. Forced Pali to foul. So whistle blows with El Basha in on the attack. They'll take this one forward to the what looks like a 40-yard penalty and a very, very good chance to start the comeback. If they get this one, they'll need just 3 goals in just under 6 minutes. Very doable. Fighting for a place in the semi-final of the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. Century Financial being UAE's #1 choice for investors. Hashtag Century Financial. Aiti Garros then from the 40-yard line. Well, it's along the ground. It's been stopped. It's been stopped well by the AM Polo. Benka Okiza got a stick onto it, but it went over the back line, so it'll be a corner, a penalty 60. That's why you do need to put those 40s up in the air. Of course, the defenders can cross in front of a 40. They can cross just after the ball has been hit. So a perfectly timed run by Benka, and then picks it out, stops it, but knocks it over his own back line. So another hit from the penalty spot. This time 60 yards out, defended penalty to be taken by Aiti Garros. that one's gone only along the floor again, and it's been stopped. They might live to regret that. Neither of those penalties going in. They really need to get the ball back, which is just what they have done. El Basha. Well, it's popped over the sideline. But it was off an El Basha stick, so the ball will be dropped, and AM Polo have a chance now to take the pressure off and get the ball down the other side of the ground. El Basha will be keen to take it off them and put it straight back into the danger zone, not managing to do so just yet. There's a drive forward for Alia Al Maktoum. She's on Infinita again. Alia Al Maktoum on Infinita, this big coloured bay horse, puts it up onto the 30. Alia Al Maktoum scores. No, she doesn't. Just out to the right. Great shot. Lovely breakaway from Alia Maktoum. Great pass up to her as well. But El Basha keen to take it quickly, not wanting to waste any time. They've got no time to waste. They've gone over the top of that one. Turning onto it quickly is Cyril. Cyril now heading up toward the goal. What can he do? Can he tuck it in and win the game? It probably will be the match winner if AM can get the next one. But still, maybe not. We've got plenty of time to go. We've got 4 minutes left. 5.5 goals to 2. But the next goal is a big one. El Basha probably need the next one to stay in contention and to stay in the Century Financial Polo Federation Cup. They take it to the halfway line, but it's taken off them by Benka, followed up by Pali. Sorry, by Cyril. Cyril puts it back up to Benka. Benka now. Look how Alia takes out the man beautifully. Takes and leaves Pali space. Well worked by Alia. Pali doesn't get the under the neck shot. His brother... Sorry, Benka doesn't get it. His brother Pali comes back onto it. Has his stick up. Asking for the foul. The whistle does come. But wow, impressive to see Alia Al Maktoum working so hard off the ball there. Taking out the man, giving her professional space to do what they do best. And they're given the goal in the end. The foul right in front of the goal. They've given the goal. They've awarded the goal to AM. So that will take them now to 6.5 goals to 2. And, well, El Basha, they'll change course. But when they come back, they're going to need to score 5 goals. And they've only got 3.5 minutes to do so. It's a mountain to climb, especially with AM playing so well, using all 4 players of the team, and then, of course, just such an incredibly well-mounted team, some unbelievable horses coming out from the AM camp. So they'll come back to the middle. So penalty 1 was a decision, which means the goal was awarded, plus AM Polo will not start with a throw-in, they will start with a hit from the halfway line. And it's a big one. It's gone up to the 60-yard line. Haiti Garros is there in defense. Haiti. Garros on a horse called Farolera. Loses it, though, to Ciro. Ciro puts it up toward the goal, but he's not quite got the angle on that under the neck, and it goes out to the right. So El Basha need to do something very special now to stay in the tournament. Of course, they might get through to the subsidiary. Four teams go through to the semis. 4 teams go through to the subsidiary semis. which leaves just one team out. So goal difference does matter. Actually, it'll all go down to the penalties. So El Basha will be taking penalties to get into the subsidiaries. AM, no need for penalties. They'll qualify straight through to the semis with 2 wins. They'll follow UAE, who've also had 2 wins in their first 2 games. 1 minute 40 left of this game. El Basha with the ball. Drives it up to the front there. Trying to pick it up here is Williams. Williams does pick it up. Controls it. Leaves it there behind to Federico. He reaches right off the side of the horse, but Alia Maktoum comes in to collect it. Still, Williams on the ball, heading up toward the goal. Driving through, takes a shot at the goal and gets it through. Good one there for El Basha. Thomas Williams on a horse called Chimentera, scoring that one for El Basha. So back in we go. El Basha win the line out, and Chimentera and Thomas Williams have the ball again. It's a good horse, this one. Williams brings it in a little bit. Drives it up toward the front. They're running onto it nicely. Will be Haiti Garros. Takes the line and goes for the Mexicana under the neck shot with angle. Not quite enough though. Doesn't quite make it through the goal. So 20 seconds of polo left as Urquiza takes it out of the danger zone for AM Polo. He leaves it there. And El Basha have one more chance with 8 seconds. He's going to take a shot there from there, Williams. It goes out to the left-hand side. So that will end the day and of polo. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming and watching and supporting us here at the Century Financial UAE Polo Federation Cup. AM Polo through to the semi-finals with a convincing victory, 6.5-3 over El Basha. Well, El Basha took some time to get off the mark. In fact, they didn't score their first goal till the second half. AM Polo just got 1 goal in the first half. They ended the second half 2.5, so 2.5-0. We didn't see many goals at all in the first half. And then El Basha managed to end up the third chukka 5.5 goals to 2, and the last chukka 6.5 goals to 3. AM were in the lead. So AM took the lead early on, held on to it throughout the game. El Basha struggled a little bit, found a little bit of form, but AM were just too good. And perhaps one of the favourites, they're the second team to go through to the semi-finals now. So do tune in tomorrow. We've got one more game, Habtoor versus Noon. Well, we didn't see a lot of goals that game, but there were some good ones. Quite a very low scoring game, really. Just 2 goals after the first half. This is Haiti Garros. This was a lovely one where his teammates really helped him out, blocked for him, and then Haiti Garros with one of the most skillful in the short plays, hand-eye coordination, quite phenomenal. This one was a well-worked goal, and then eventually AM just left it there for Benka to slot through from standstill. This was the penalty one, where he had a clear shot at goal, couldn't go for it, so the whistle went, and they got the penalty one goal awarded. And there we are back in the AM camp. Congratulations all round as they secure their place into the semi-final. Very well worked from everybody. Sheikha Alia Al Maktoum had a fantastic game, doing a lot of work, not only in attack with the ball, but also in defense. Here we've got the stats of the game. As you can see, AM Polo won 6.5 goals to 3. 3 field goals for AM Polo. El Basha scored 2. And you can see AM Polo winning almost all of the throw-ins. 8 throw-ins to them, 3 to El Basha. And 5 fouls just for AM Polo, clean game. And 10 fouls, way too many for El Basha. AM Polo got 3 out of their 4 penalties through. And El Basha got just the 1 out of their 3. Neither of the corner 60s went in. So it was a clear victory there for AM. They were stronger in just about every department. And they very much deserved the win. They'll be looking forward to the semi-final. We're going to find out soon who will be in the semis. We've got one more game coming up tomorrow. And then we've got the penalties to see who gets through to the semi-finals, the subsidiary semis of the UAE Polo Federation Century Financial Polo Cup 2025. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in from around the world. We really do appreciate your support here at Polo Line TV. It's been an honor to commentate for you guys, and we look forward to doing the same again tomorrow. Thank you.